5 days before the first ever election, somebody blows up a tea shop. Nobody wants to touch this mystery with a 10-foot pole. And so they send you, the cleric, a master of the esoteric, to find answers, juggle the political factions of the city, the remnant nationalists, the revolutionary freestriders, and the eternally infighting Asgalists. Join them or play them against each other, then delve into the tunnels below to uncover the twisting truth. Solve the mystery of the tea shop, not by playing it safe, but by failing over and over again. Play Esoteric Ebb. Become the world's worst cleric.
Hey, I'm Christopher Bodegård, the developer of Esoteric Ebb. In Esoteric Ebb, you are the cleric, a glorified civil servant in a fantasy metropolis on the brink of its first ever election. The events of Ebb start when you're sent to investigate a magical incident, an explosion and a tea shop in your city of Norvik. Depending on how high or low you make the stats, your experience will radically differ with each playthrough. Your political alignment, how you approach a quest, and even your dialogue choices are all affected by your ability scores. The stats will chime in and nudge you in directions that align with their personalities, not always to your benefit. Ebb is all about being the player at the table, making the most interesting decisions, and finding your own unique solutions. Whenever a challenge appears, a 20-sided die will be rolled. Then you add or subtract any modifiers to reach that final number. If you find a challenge you couldn't possibly succeed at, there are always ways to make your life easier. Explore the branching dialogues, gather information from around the city, or wield mighty spells to improve your chances. Every little choice matters and will affect how the cleric navigates sticky situations. Don't forget to wishlist Esoteric Ebb on Steam for updates on our road to launch. Thank you.
In Esoteric Ebb, the 6 ability scores each represent a fraction of your mind. These stats constantly chime in, creating a maddening Greek chorus in your head. All of them wrestle to influence your choices. Charisma is the cleric's desperate need to be loved, saying anything you need to win the conversation. A high charisma means doing this successfully. Low charisma turns the cleric into the conversational equivalent of a bludgeoning device. Constitution is the guttural, bodily truth that screams to endure, making you tougher than entropy. Low constitution means letting your neuroticism rule both your mind and your bodily functions, until the moment you die, which will probably be soon. Intelligence is the voice of the pure, unadulterated ego, convinced that knowledge rules the world, with you as its rightful wizard god king. A low intelligence, on the other hand, comes with the same size of ego, with none of the mental faculty to back it up. Wisdom is the bleeding heart, the selfless belief in the good of all folk, with the ability to read and understand the people around you, or, if you lack entirely in wisdom, simply be the most oblivious person in the world. Dexterity is the frantic grasp of self-preservation, the urge to grab while the grabbing's good, and to run from any of the consequences. With little dexterity, you will be unable to keep up with the quickly revolving world of ours. To be perfectly honest, you'll probably end up quite poor. Finally, strength is the roar of the zealot, the divine mission to protect the innocent and sacrifice until nothing but your bones remain. Lacking in strength, however, reduces you to a sniveling rat who just can't handle the banter. Esoteric Ebb. Create a cleric of legends, or completely ruin the campaign.